Well, new at 4 after a heated back and forth, the once classified and highly anticipated memo that could shed light on the Russia investigation has been released. The 4-page memo written by Republicans says the FBI let political bias affect their work and led to an abuse of power designed to target the Trump campaign. Our team coverage begins tonight with Chief Political Correspondent Scott Thuman on the fight over these 4 pages.
You want to know the truth? I think it's a disgrace what's going on in this country.
The president upon authorizing the release of that controversial memo. In it, allegations by Republicans in the House Intelligence Committee that the FBI used tainted information and political bias to surveil then-candidate Trump's team and volunteer Carter Page.
A lot of people should be ashamed of themselves, and much worse than that.
The memo says the FBI got surveillance warrants based on the research of a source who was essentially funded by the DNC and Clinton campaign, but alleges that information was omitted in its federal court application. Democrats wrote their own summary, but the Republican-led committee blocked its release. Some say that's proof this ordeal is meant to discredit the FBI, which is currently investigating President Trump.
I find that the all-out assault and attacks on the FBI to be unconscionable because the FBI does protect us.
The White House claims the president's decision is in the name of transparency, and he cited the open records advocacy group Judicial Watch, which is now suing the Justice Department for access to more FBI emails, texts, and information.
We're going to stay with it until we're told and we know for a fact that all of these emails all of these text messages are gone, or until we have them in our possession.
Of course, this could cause even more tension here at the White House between the president and his top law enforcement agency. For more on the long-term implications of this memo, let's go to Christine Frizzell on Capitol Hill.
The build-up, the release, and now the aftershocks on Capitol Hill, as lawmakers wonder what the long-term impact will be. Democrats charge it puts the country at risk and makes the FBI a target.
What this memo does is it seeks to torch every floor of the FBI building to protect the president.
Republicans who voted to release the memo say they just want the FBI to be held accountable if, as they say, they acted with bias when they obtained a FISA warrant.
This dossier was used as the basis for a FISA warrant to spy on American citizens associated with the Trump transition.
Other supporters say the American people deserve to know the truth.
My view is not just to release this, but if there are other internal documents, again, that aren't going to damage national security from DOJ and FBI, let's put them all out.
The nonpartisan watchdog group Project on Government Oversight wonders why members of the committee decided not to meet with the FBI and get all available information before releasing the Nunes memo.
So while we think it's the right of Congress to be able to independently release such information, we want it to do so responsibly.
Nick Schwellenbach worries congressional oversight of intelligence agencies could be impaired.
This will give those agencies an excuse not to be fully candid with Congress. And that's a problem for our system of checks and balances.
In the days leading up to the release, opponents warned that the memo's disclosure could put long-term security at risk and jeopardize classified information. The question now, were those concerns with or without merit? In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
Well, Representative Raul Labrador had this to say about the release. What today's memo shows is real collusion between Democrat operatives and key officials at the FBI and DOJ to spy on the Trump campaign and interfere in the 2016 election. The politicization of our intelligence and law enforcement agencies should concern every American, regardless of their party. Now, Senator Jim Risch did not have a comment because he is a member of the Senate Intelligence and Ethics Committee. We have yet to hear from Representative Mike Simpson or Senator Mike Crapo.
So here is our national question of the day. Do you think the memo's release will impact the FBI's reputation? Head to idaho.com to place your vote. All you have to do is hover over the news tab in the top left corner of our homepage. Then you'll see question of the day. That's in the third column. There's the option right there. And stick around because we'll read some of the results a little later in this newscast.